And hello, everybody. Welcome to Tai Chi For You. Today, I thought I'd talk a little bit about joint mobility, um, more or less on the shoulders, but anywhere you have some aches and pains. So, with that idea, if you have arthritis or inflammation, some of this could help. But if, again, you saw the disclaimer, again, I'm not a doctor and I don't pretend to play one here on TV. So listen to um, your wherever you get your medical advice from. But a lot of these moves, they're done gently, and there is a lot of benefits. So last week I talked a little bit about I was going to bring in a book. I brought in a couple actually. This one is called the Harvard Medical School Guide to Tai Chi. And this one was written by Peter Wayne. He's got a PhD, and he actually is also a Tai Chi instructor as well as a teacher at Harvard. And you can tell it's pretty worn. I use it quite a bit. But I wanted to just tell you that the proof is right here. In part one of the book, he goes over just the basics, again, what we talk about here, about the breathing, and he goes into some of the ancient aspects and history of it. But the second part I thought was very interesting, Tai Chi through the lens of modern science. So improve your balance and your bones, ease your aches and pains, strengthen your heart, deepen and enrich your breathing, sharpen your mind, and enhance the psychological well-being and improve sleep quality. So, and again, there's a part 3 too. So it's a good book. If you see this on the internet, you can pick it up there. It's a great read. This other book that I use quite a bit, Tai Chi Essentials. Long story short, I met the author of this book right here when I was in Florida a few years ago, and he was teaching a class at the local Y. So I was just in the back and following along, and after the class I introduced myself and told him I really enjoyed it. And I said, "You were really good. You should write a book." Well, he did. And very smart man, that's his wife on the cover. So, another great book to pick up. He really goes into detail of that 24 form that we're working, some of the moves that we talk about. So we'll have time, we'll get into some of the moves again. But this week I do want to kind of show you a new move to kind of loosen up that shoulder and really think about things a little bit differently on how the mind works. Again, what happens when you're in pain? You usually stiffen up and you make a face, and a lot of times you get negative to people around you. It's like if you ever had a toothache and you're just like, "Leave me alone. Oh, this tooth, do something," and you can't think straight, and you really, it does it. It throws you off. The pain affects the body, the physical body, the energetic body, and remember we talked about the subconscious and the conscious mind as well. So with that, let's step into what you could say is you want to be able to, again, the key is the breath, to just stay calm and center yourself and breathe. And if you want to say it, and you can say it out loud, you can say it to yourself, just, "I am able." And that is a good mantra. Again, people that know what mantras are, it's just a nice way to kind of get the mind off of the pain or the mind off of what's worrying you and to put positive thoughts in. Because again, the idea of some people, they wake up and it's like, "I'm going to have a great day." That's great. You can use that, and I hate to say fake it till you make it, but it's just as easy, or it's easier, I guess, to smile than it is to frown. You use less muscles I guess, if people know that saying. And the other analogy might be is when we say in Tai Chi, movement is medication. Think about maybe you had a knee replacement or a different surgery, or even going back, the women, when they had babies, it was, rest, don't move. And now they want you up and moving and out of the hospital, or, taking physical therapy. That movement is medication. So, again, that Eastern and Western, it's a good idea to use a combination of, where that other saying, too much of anything isn't good. I was reading an article, it was about the CBD. It's great for a lot of people. It helps. There's lotions you can get to rub on. You can do the drops under the tongue, the whole bit. But it was talking about it goes into the liver, and then the liver does what it has to do. But if you're not feeling the effects, and now you're taking a larger dose, so again, too much of anything, now it's taxing the liver before it gets out and goes to the area where you need the relief of the pain. So the other thing is just the idea, and again, we do it in the Tai Chi, the circular motion. And circular or figure eight, or when we do the inside parry, or we do outside parry, or we do the wave hands like clouds, we're circling. We're able, and again, the breath, all that stuff is very important. Again, it balances the body out. So the other idea is just to that paint that positive idea in your mind, where it's, I like to feel good, or I like to look good. People get dressed up, makes them feel better. Or in sports, I really like to hit that bullseye when I'm playing darts, or the three-point shot, or whatever it is. You either say it out loud or say it to yourself. And again, it builds up that positive inside you, and that, again, extends outward into outward. Other people pick up your energy, just like you can pick up other people's energy. Somebody walks into a room, boy, you just feel good when you see them. It's, hey, Bob, hey, good seeing you. It's something about that. Or someone comes in and it's like, oh, boy, it's just, I really want to tell them off, or I got to go, and you put your head down. And so, again, the people, that energetic, people can pick up on it. So just, use your good energy on things. And so, again, I wrote a lot of things down tonight. I want to cover as much as I can. I got the books out of the way. And then I do have a guest tonight, and you'll be surprised who it is. And they're here right now. You just can't see them. But so what happens on the upper shoulder, and again, people talk about if you had like a migraine, tension, headache. Okay, it could be just, right in the temples, and we talked about the massaging there and holding light pressure, and we talked about the sinus pressure. We do cover quite a bit every week. So if you don't, you can always go back and watch a show and see how, where we talked about it last week or 2-3 weeks ago. Now it might make sense, because I'm building and talking about more things, maybe at a deeper level at the beginning, and you couldn't quite grasp it. And now, when I just use a different analogy, now it might make sense. Okay? So the analogy on this one was the idea of the pain doesn't always, it could start somewhere else. So again, if the shoulders are tight, and I'm talking about upper shoulders and the back where the scapula is, that area too. So it could pull on the neck. It could radiate all the way down the arm. Some people feel it, in their fingertips when if you've gotten professional massages, or you go to an acupuncturist or whatever, and sometimes they hit a spot and it just sends energy, or it just opens up an energy gate, and it just relieves the pressure. So that tension headache could be something in the upper shoulder, or the scapular, all that, we call them like the chicken wing bones you have in the back. But the idea is, remember we talked about, again, the spine is that information highway. So again, we want to keep that nice and loose, open, so again, the blood can flow. When muscles are tight, it's a lot of times is they're not getting enough blood. Or you're not drinking enough water. There's different reasons. I'm not saying that one thing is going to cure you, but listen to your body. Try some of these exercises. Again, we do them with the idea of this isn't a no pain, no gain type of exercise. Tai Chi, that's not what it's about. It's that internal, it's called an internal martial art. So there's a lot of that. There's a lot of breathing techniques. There's that 70-30 rule. So we're not overstretching. We're not really, like I say, trying to build and go past that limit, all that. So we're not doing that with the Tai Chi. But what we want to do is really, let's get up and let's start unblocking the tissues. And we do that with the 500 claps. So there we go. All right, so remember we start off. And again, we're using the physical body, the energetic body as well. We go up the outside of the arm, and we go down the inside of the arm. And again, you build up to where you can really bang right in and get it going, or you can brush. And again, you want to balance the body out. So it's up the inside, down the outside. So up. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the camera and it's backwards. So up the outside, down the inside. And then remember we talked about the legs. We go down the outside. And the whole idea is you want to get, and again, you can use the stool, you can use a chair, but you want to get down to the ankle, however you can get there. If you need a stool, that's fine. If you can do both hands and go down all the way and come up the inside like that. And then we go to the back area where the, roughly where the kidneys are. And again, not pounding hard, we're gently massaging a little bit. We come around to the front, start packing the chi, getting that energy, getting the blood flowing, bring it up. And again, we're hitting acupressure points when we do this. Remember we talked about the area in between the ribs? And then we bring it around the base of the spine and around the head, get the temples. And again, we go under the nose, on the chin, and then we support and we go right here, right there, nice. And again, we're cupping, we're making that energy go right in. And again, it's intention. You don't have to bang too hard. You can build up to it. It definitely feels good, especially if you're going to maybe do a contact sport. You're going to get hit there anyway. You might as well get used to that feeling. Good. And then we shoot up, and we come right down the inside, and we go right down like that. And you can do it a few times. I'm just going over lightly here. When you guys do it at home, if it feels good, do it a few times. If you really want to bang, right, again, build up this area. So when you do get a stick right here in the side of you, or someone hits you with their helmet or whatever, you can take that punch. Good. All right. Then let's just roll around a little bit and do some chops and fingertips. Again, we're working the energetic body and the physical body. Good. All right, shaking it out, very important. Shake it out, do some bouncing. Again, this is that lymphatic system where the heart's the pump, the lungs have a purpose. They pump the air in, the lymphatic system in the body, it's just movement. So bouncing, again, or compressions, massaging, get the lymph moving, get the chi, get everything flowing like that. Now, the other thing we want to talk about is the idea what fascia is. What fascia is. Fascia is just under the skin. And it kind of keeps things wrapped, keeps your insides together. It's sort of, if you, I can show you what it is on a chicken. When you buy the chicken breast or whatever, when you take the skin, there's that sort of that clear little, right underneath the skin. That's the fascia, basically what we have as well. So we want to warm that up, get that loose, so you're able to move your joints a little bit better. So here's another nice move. And again, is it a Tai Chi move? I don't know. I've seen people that take piano lessons, right? Anybody take piano lessons when they were a kid? You had to warm up your fingers. All right, so that's a new one. I'll show you a few new ones today. Good. All right, so just shake that up. And the idea of the shoulder, we're going to open that up in just a minute. But the idea is to go slowly. And again, the breathing, and just have that intention. What we're trying to do is just trick the brain, I guess, a little bit into using, we want to just get into the smaller muscles. I'm not trying to use my bicep or my, any other part of the body to lift, especially if you do have some pain in your shoulder. Okay, we just want to isolate that area a little bit. So, and if you notice too, with the breathing, when you're in pain, when people are in pain, it's a short breath, and you can see the facial expression. But when they're relaxed, they have that nice, relaxing, they have that audio, that sound, that and there's a smile on their face. So what happens, we're going to talk about what the brain does when you do have a tear or an injury. The brain goes to work right away. The body's amazing. The brain's going to go right to work and say, boom, we got to fix this. And they're pulling and they're doing it. But maybe you just needed a tear fixed this way. But the brain just, gets the message, let's fix it. And it just, I don't want to say does damage, but it does what it's supposed to do. It stops the tear or whatever. But if you don't start to, again, the physical therapists and massage therapists can tell you more, but the idea is when you don't loosen it up and get things moving again, you get that scar tissue buildup, and that's what happens. So let me bring out my guest, or actually 3 guests. We got Snap, Crackle, and Pop. So, again, you've heard those noises when you get up in the morning or you just, you're not loosened up yet. So these guys, we're going to listen to them when we start doing this next exercise. And they're actually, after they leave the show here, they're going to go to the Northbridge Food Pantry. So, thanks for coming in, guys. All right, let's get into this one right here. And I wanted to show you this new move. And sort of the setup for this one is you want to have your arms out, but like down at a 45. So if you want to figure, whatever this is, 90, and then down. Okay, good. About like that. Or say you were holding a steering wheel. Or you could do it with if you have weights. I don't know, 2, 3 pounds, something like that. You don't need a lot of weight on this one. So what you have to do, and I've been warming up, I've been practicing this one, because again, consistency. And when I was shown this just a few weeks ago, boy, the snap, crackle, and pop were there. So they're kind of going away a little bit now for me. But what you want to do first is arms are out, again, like at a 45. Now, you want to isolate, and you just want to just lift the shoulders. And again, we're not trying to do big movements right now. We're building up to that. So it just lifts up and down. So just try that, just up and down. And don't try to, use too many muscles on that one. Just isolate. So it's up, and now we're going to bring them back. So we're again, those chicken wings that you have in your back. We're just bringing the arms back. Again, don't overdo it. And then down, and then out. And remember I talked about the power of this finger right here? So we'll use this to kind of reset our nervous system, help us with balance. Again, we're in a wide stance right here. Knees are slightly bent, okay? And we're elongating that spine. We keep talking about that spine, very important. And the breath. So, nice breathe in, bring the shoulders up, and then back, down, and point out. So up, in, down, there's all the noises, and then out. Up, in, down, and out. So with that one, and again, I just practice that one. If you want to just do one arm at a time, because again, you don't want the arm to drop. You want to keep it out there. And just, or if you have somebody, they could put their arm right here. So just you can feel that resistance when you lift up. I'm not trying to compensate or use my hip or anything like that. I'm just isolate that shoulder. Just bring it up. Again, hold the hand straight out like you, again, that flick, that finger, weight, up. Now bring it back, drop it down, and out. And remember to breathe. And eventually, what you want to get is that circular motion. And you'll feel much better. Do it reverse. Wow. Did you pick that one up? That was a good one. So you do. You feel better. It's something different. You're trying to get the mind kind of fixed on not compensating an area. You're again, if you were in pain, a lot of times you overcompensate and you limp, right? If this leg's in, you'll limp, or you can't just reach on that shelf and grab something. You gotta again, you're holding that, you're making that face, and you're twisting. So again, sometimes surgery is the only option, and they do good work, with surgery on it. But again, you get to that point. You're talking to your doctor about things. But I'm just talking in general, just to stay healthy. You want to keep moving. Alrighty. So again, talking about with past injuries, the scar tissue is what builds up. So if you ever heard them say the issue is in the tissue, okay, I don't know who said it, but people say that, whoever people are. But the idea is that whole movement is medication. So that was kind of what my topic was this evening. So let's go over a little bit now. We'll do some of the Tai Chi moves. See if you guys remember them. The first one was called, remember, feet are together. We're tall as a, begins with M, mountain. Good. And then you're just in the, or the Wu Ji position, and we're just kind of just settling in. We're getting connected, okay? And then we make the right foot the heavy foot, so we can step out with the left. And we adjust into what we call the horse stance, like you're riding a horse. And then, remember, arms float up. Oh, after that exercise, boy, this feels much better. I'm isolating, nice, down. And then we went right into hold the ball, right hand high, with the half step in. And then we step up and out to the side with the heel first, shifting that weight, turning the body, and throw the frisbee, or parting the wild horse's mane. We rock back. We 45. Shift that weight, turn the body, stepping up into holding the ball left hand high. And then we step out, hand down, hand up, rock back, 45, stepping up, stepping out. Good. So we showed you that one last week, and then the wave hands like clouds. Hand down, hand up, come across. So you can drop a little bit in the knee. I'm shifting that weight, turning the body. Remember the basic move. Shifting, turning. And then we went right into the beak, the whip, and we came out just like that. Good. So again, we cover a few things with this show. A lot of the moves, and when I was teaching it at the senior center and some of the other places that I taught proper English, you're able to, again, interact more or, again, ask questions. We're all students here, okay? I'm a student as much as you're a student. I'm learning from, you're as much of a teacher as I am. I learn a lot from when I had students, live students in the classroom like that, where either they had some background in other martial arts or yoga or just life in general, or just their take on the move and how they can explain it to somebody else. Sometimes when we have new students come in, I might at some point in the class break them up into smaller groups, and it just seems to, I don't want to say the magic happens, but certain people gravitate, and we talked about that, the energies, where they feel comfortable with that person. They feel more comfortable. They resonated with that guy about something, so now they're more relaxed and open to learning. Because that's the whole idea. You have to be open. I've said it before, an open-minded skeptic when we talk about the energy and the chi ball and all that. So we got time. We're going to do a chi ball. Let's do that. Then we'll wrap it up. So 2 fingers, the palm. Let's see if we can pick this up here. We're going to circle. And then when you're ready, you reverse that circle. And now we're going to pull, separate, place the palms together, and just start packing the chi, just like that. Or you could shear it. We had an earthquake the other day, and we were talking about that, and it was the tectonic plates, how they shift. There's energy there. Something's got to give when they, so there's energy, okay? So we build, expand, build. Now have your intention. What do you want to do with this energy? Let's give it to ourselves. So we take the energy up, drop it down, goes where it's needed, and recycles back into the earth. Good. So with that, let's bow out. And thank you for joining me today in class. And again, remember, the name of the show is Tai Chi For You. Have a good day. Bye.